Wow, Ryan, welcome to January.
Well, that's David.
It's January. Congratulations to Barack Obama. The new president is coming Tuesday.
That's right, he is.
And welcome to Community Corner. My name is DeWitt Taylor.
And welcome to Community Corner. My name is Mr. Ryan Nicholas Gray, your co-host.
Today's guest is Karen Matrille, a special education teacher, a parent of a special needs child named Kate, and a good friend to me and Ryan. We are so happy that you, Karen, have joined us today to share your experiences as a special education teacher and a parent of a special needs child. Welcome.
Karen,
Thank
welcome.
you. It's a pleasure to be
Welcome
here.
to our program. David?
Please, Karen, tell us about your background growing up.
Well, I grew up in Utica community. I went to Utica Community Schools. In fact, I'll just share one little tidbit here. When I was in elementary school, I went to Wiley Elementary, and there was always this room down the hall that had a kitchen and they got to cook. And I used to always think, boy, I wish I could be a student in that room. And it didn't really dawn on me till much later in my years that was the special education classroom.
Another question to add to that. When you were growing up, got any brothers?
I do. I have 2 older brothers. Actually, my oldest brother, Joe, is a photographer in the area. He does a lot of freelance. And I have another brother who is in the area. And I have a younger sister who's a certified clown who lives in California.
Got any parents?
I do. My dad is still alive, and he lives in Hazel Park.
Ryan?
Thank you, David. Karen, please share some information about your personal hobbies.
My personal hobbies, actually right now, I focus on running. I think both of you guys know that. I'm a runner, learning to swim and hopefully bike better and hopefully branch into being a triathlete.
Triathlete?
Yes.
What is that?
A triathlete is a person who runs, bikes, and swims. Not that order, but does all those in like one race.
So something like that, David. Kind of like they call it those Ironman races you hear about on TV.
Yes,
Like an
exactly.
Ironman.
That's one of my personal goals someday, to complete an Ironman.
Continue your background about your college experiences and coursework.
Okay, I graduated from Utica High, then I went on to Central Michigan University and got my degree in special education. I was certified back in those days. We were certified K through 12. So I was able to teach elementary, junior high, or high school. And then I went on later years to get a master's in early elementary education through Saginaw Valley.
Wow, very interesting. Ryan?
What career did you finally select?
I finally selected a special education teacher.
And why did you choose that particular career path?
You know what, I just felt drawn to that area. Loved that population. When I was at Central back in those days, they had a state or group home, and I used to do volunteer work there. And I found myself doing volunteer one day, then pretty soon 2 days and 3 days, and I found most of my time spent there with that population. And actually at that time I did have an art major. And it kind of dawned on me one day that maybe I should switch and have an art minor and special education major, since that seemed to be my love.
I can tell you 2 teachers I remember, Peggy Dona and
Yes.
Bryn Lawrence, the 2 of my favorite teachers.
Yeah.
All you guys, you guys,
I think for the same category for me too, Ryan.
because they taught me all about learning about math and money skills and learning about cooking and budgeting things. Those are things I really enjoyed learning, Karen. They really
Right.
taught me how to become a really
I have a question for
important.
Karen.
And those are
Yeah.
important
Away.
skills.
What education did you receive when you graduated?
Actually, my degree is in special education. So my graduate, and then my graduate work was in just regular elementary education.
Ryan?
Thank you, David. Where did you have to work over? Where did you have to work over for your career?
Actually, I was hired. I was very fortunate. I graduated from Central in December. I don't know if I should say the year is 1975. And Then I was very fortunate to get hired in January with Utica Schools. So I spent most of my career at Utica Schools, doing various levels. I started off in elementary. I went to junior high for a while, high school for a while, and then ended up back in elementary, my choice of the different levels and what kind of accommodated my life at that time. And now I'm a retired teacher from Utica, and I'm teaching at a charter school called Macomb Academy in Clinton Township, which is a school for special needs young adults 18 to 26.
Wow.
So I've had the gamut.
Gamut, that's
Yes,
a word.
I've had the whole every age group.
She had the whole enchilada.
The whole, really.
You had the holy grail of teaching.
Man, I'm hungry for that word, enchilada.
I know. Well, there you go.
Okay, looking at your background, in your family life, what about your children?
Well, I do have a son who's 25, and Kate is 23. Jacob, my son Jacob, is now a student at Palmer University, and he's going to, it's a chiropractic school in Iowa. And then my daughter Kate is a student at Wings and Rochester Schools. And she has special needs.
Why?
Karen, as a parent of a special needs child, did this bring change to your daily life?
You know, Ryan, it really enhanced my life.
It did? Why?
Actually, I became a better teacher, I believe, because of her. I think she helped slow me down and help me focus on what's really important in life. It's not getting a better paying job, it's not looking more beautiful, but it's being a better person on the inside.
David, do you have a question for Karen?
Okay. Question. How did you manage work and raising children at the same time, and why?
Actually, at that time, I had a very supportive husband, and both being in education, we just did it. I guess we just did it. Kate was, both my children are still wonderful children, but were wonderful children, easy to handle, cooperative. Kate was, she just was, it was fun. And her programs, we always seemed to work out with her programs. Part of my years I worked part-time. At that time, my husband worked part-time to accommodate different schedules. But I think it's just like any mom does with any child. You just do it.
Same thing with me and my mother and Ryan and his mom.
My mom and dad, same thing.
Yeah, it's probably the same like every family. Every family has, you do what you need to do.
That's right.
You know,
See,
when you
Ryan
work.
has Fredericks, I have Down syndrome.
Yes, we do. Yep.
Yeah, and
Your husband's name is Jim. I know. Remember her name is Jim. That's
Oh
right.
yeah, I
Jim.
can't forget his face.
yes.
Tell Jim I said hello, would you please? Tell him I said hi.
I will tell
Hi,
him next
Jim.
time I see him.
You're out there. Hi.
Tell him I said hi too.
Now, did you seek additional help or hire others to work with your daughter during the years?
I think, you know, she attended speech through Beaumont Hospital for a while.
Beaumont.
We took her to different things for speech therapy, but other than that, no, I never hired anybody to, no,
Now,
nothing like that. Never had any.
speech therapy. What is speech therapy? What is that?
Actually, Kate did attend speech therapy. She definitely has has difficulty with her speech. And that was one of the things I guess we did over the years to help her communicate better. We know communication is important. You guys know that how important that is for anybody. So I think that was the only other thing. And as far as other activities, it's just like any family. You're right. You drive your kids here. You drive your kids there.
I know. It's a
You
mom
just
and
do
dad.
it.
Because my parents went to school every day.
One word that Karen just mentioned leads me to this question.
Okay.
When you mentioned about slowing down, my
Okay.
question is, how did Kate's diagnosis change your personal demands?
You know what? I had a wonderful doctor at that time when she was delivered at St. John, and I think right away that I just thought this is going to be like raising any child, except, you know, there might be, it's just like any child had anything else going on. I don't know. It didn't seem to me that, you know, we're just going to do the best we can. Just like with my son, I wanted to be the best mom I could and take things one day at a time. I think with Kate, though, she did. She helped slow me down, helped remind me that what's really important in life.
Karen, now, did you seek a support network? If so, what and where?
You know, Ryan, I forget about those days, but yes, I did. I was involved in a group in Rochester. There was a group of moms that had gotten together.
I remember that Teens and Not, was it called? Teens and Not.
There were
yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of things.
yeah.
And David, your mom was
That's
involved
right.
with
I know
different
that.
groups.
She was.
And Mrs. Jefferson, Charlene, I remember that. Now I remember now.
When
Yes.
I was
Every-
born, my
okay,
parents were, when I was born, my parents were in her 40s.
There was a wonderful group in Rochester. I remember there were other moms that was
And my
wonderful to talk to
mom,
and get ideas
your
from.
mom,
And
everybody's mom was
very
involved in it.
supportive. And
But now Rara took it over.
you're right. And as they got older, yep, we had a nice little network there when she was young.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. You know, Kate's a wonderful daughter.
She is.
I'm dying for you to meet my friend Peter's mother. She is a great role model for you.
Oh,
Who's your
I'd
mom?
love to meet her.
Her name is Jenny.
Jenny,
Jenny.
okay.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Do you have a question for Karen Matrille?
Yes, I do.
Ask away.
Did you help write the school IEP goals for your daughter Kate?
You know what? I always believed in working as a team, and being a special ed teacher, I knew how important that was because I had taught special ed probably 10 years before I had Kate. So I had that background. So when she was
Okay.
born, I was familiar with the background. But yeah, I definitely had my input and listened to the staff input from what the various schools she was at. And again, really lucky that I felt that we had excellent teachers, and along the way, Rochester did a great job.
Ryan?
Thank you, David. Karen, what experiences outside of the school did you provide for your daughter?
I think the most important experiences besides the speech was just the socialization, the various groups, bowling, as she still does on Saturdays, and
Well, I love Kate. She's
playing
so pretty, isn't she?
softball and keeping her involved. And
Aren't you working out with her every day? Like, keeping your physically fit. Fitness is
I
very important.
try my best. It's really hard
Well,
to
just fine,
do
you know.
that.
It's easy.
With her. It's hard to keep me
Dr.
physically fit.
Saturday?
It does.
But she has done some walks with me. She's walked for ALS with me.
ALS, that's
and
cool.
MS.
to a
We've done
question.
walks for different causes.
What is this walk a mile game about?
Yeah, you mentioned the walk a mile before we started the show. Walk a mile. What was that all about?
I'm not sure the walk a mile.
Yeah, the one you mentioned about being in Detroit.
Oh, Detroit, you mentioned it. Oh,
Yeah, about NPR.
oh my. It's fun to talk to, but I'm a runner. And when I completed my 6th marathon this past fall, it was in Detroit.
Ooh.
And my goal, because it's my hometown, I wanted to get a PR, which is like your personal best, which is your best time running.
And tell us,
And
what
so
was the
I
best
did
time?
complete Detroit, and I ran it in 3:40:10.
3:40:10.
bad.
I ran a marathon, so that's
She
the
ran
best time.
3:40:10
I've got.
flat.
I
I could
did.
do that.
26.2 miles.
She ran 26.1 miles. I can do that, Karen. That's too far. I
could
run that
do it
far.
if you tried,
I
Ryan.
can only run about 2 miles.
I have a question, Ryan.
Yeah, David?
Did you teach your methods change in any way as you walked at home with your daughter Kate?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think it helped me be a little more realistic, and it helped remind me that, boy, these families have lots going on at home. I think I gave less and less, and I eventually I don't give any homework ever now. I don't believe in that anymore. I think, yeah, and even now with working in a school with special needs young adults, sometimes I'll ask Kate to do something for me, and I'll kind of see if she can do it before
boy.
I see it, and then it gives me ideas what to teach also.
Homework.
So I get a lot of ideas from her.
You
She
said the word-
helps, or when it's
You said the one word I don't like. When I was a kid, I hated homework.
and you know, Ryan, I
Me
agree.
too. It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I tell you, I was in school, Karen. I used to hate homework. You know, when the teacher used to tell you, "Oh, do this, do that." I used to hate homework. I hate homework. I don't like it anymore.
Hey, drive me insane.
Writing those spelling words,
Yes.
yes.
I hated that.
The hours Kate spent
Can you
writing
imagine
spelling
that?
words, I
Imagine
would
that,
never
Joe,
do that
Hours
again.
and hours spelling a word, like spelling the word hello. You know, I was.
Yeah.
Ryan, have a
teachers-
question?
Yes, I do. Karen, now, if you worked with an agency, what services are they providing to your daughter by an agency?
Well, you know, we are working with Mork alongside right now. And
I know them.
And because of her age right now, hopefully someday she'll be getting her own apartment or maybe an assisted living type thing. And so as she's got a couple more years left in her program in Rochester.
Well, you know, David has an apartment by himself, right?
I understand that. That's
Yes, I
very
do.
impressive. That's very
Since
impressive.
September the 20th.
That's
You know, I've wanted to live in an apartment with my parents. They said, Orion, you got to wait a little while.
yeah.
I'm not old enough to be in an apartment yet, Joe. I'm not quite old enough to be in an apartment yet. I still have a lot more to learn about independence.
Well, always learning.
You describe the details of your current teaching job.
Okay, currently I'm working in a school called Macomb Academy.
Okay.
Special needs young adults, 18 to 26. It is a life skill type program.
Life skills.
So we work on life
You
skills.
learn money skills, laundry skills, cooking
Yes.
skills.
That's exactly right, Ryan. That's all the type of things. We try to brainstorm. I often ask my students, let's brainstorm some things you really need to learn to be out independently in this world.
That's important.
Those are, yep.
Because I can remember one time, Karen, when I was in school, Peggy said, Ryan, what are some things you want to work on in school?
Yep.
I said, well, I'm working on money skills, work on budgeting, which is important, right, David? Do you remember budgeting? I can remember one time.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember one time in class, we had to write our entire schedule, Aaron. It was in wings one year. Peggy with a huge schedule, it was like this big.
Well,
She was-
let's pay now at OU.
Yeah.
They tell you, at this time, at that class, then get out.
Yeah.
At this time, go to lunch.
And it's
So they're
it's
different than
crazy.
Peggy.
It's like torture.
And a lot of social skills. We really focus on a lot of social
I
skills.
hate so. It's important.
OU is, OU to me is more free time, more freedom than Peggy.
Freedom? I know. Peggy was torture.
And that's who my daughter has right now, Peggy.
Hi, Peggy. She was torturous.
Speaking of agencies,
Okay.
what public agencies worked with you in helping your daughter Kate?
Throughout the years, actually, I'm trying to think over the years, I guess Easter Seals for a while to help get speech services. Mork right now. I can't think of anything else that
I think
I've
I
worked
think
with
it's
other
yours.
agencies. We've done a lot more independently, and basically, you know, having Kate is just, it's just, again, like, it's hard being a mom of any child, I think.
Really hard to be a
So,
mom. Really?
Like Ryan's mom,
have
my
parenting
mom.
skills, yes, it's hard being a mom,
Aaron's
and now being a
mother.
single
That's right.
mom and
I know.
juggling a job.
The only
And
job I know, my mom hates it. I tell you, I know because right? She has the two things. she wants
Ease it.
You
I
know,
wouldn't
she's
say I
like it.
hated it.
You know, she
Ah,
hates
yeah.
I love what I
You know, she
do.
hates, you know why she hates? Because she hates going to work in the morning going, oh, great. I don't work in the
Ryan,
morning.
you know that you own a baby to 365 people in 81, like me and Aaron.
That's right.
3.
So what encouragement would you offer to families with challenged children?
Oh, that's another good question. You know what? Most of the people, and when I ask that, relax and enjoy and learn from their playfulness and learn from the, I guess, just the laughter that Kate brings to my home, the love and the laughter. And
I'll tell you, Kitty is a wonderful daughter. She's wonderful.
she's, because of her, I really do think I'm a better teacher, better person, all around accepting. I think she's taught my son to be very accepting. He's very accepting of people, different people, or with people with differences. And yeah, so I think the best advice would be just to relax and enjoy and have fun and play more.
Play more. Well,
Play
that's
more.
important.
Take more time to play.
Play more.
Speaking of playing,
Okay.
please tell us about the students who currently service.
Okay, those students I have various disabilities in our school. We have Down syndrome, autistic, cerebral palsy. Again, various differences,
Wow.
various abilities.
Like
And-
Fire Rex.
Ah,
I'm maybe there's a lot of abilities. Honestly, I don't read the files
I know.
How about like cheeseburger
unless
kind?
very often. Pardon me.
One of my friends had a disability called cheeseburger
Really,
syndrome.
I'm not familiar with that one, but we have various different disabilities, even some with emotional problems.
Emotional
And
problems, really?
most of those students there too, I often tell them
You know,
they should
tough
be
love.
running our government.
Our government?
I learn every day. I learn something new from them.
I'll tell you,
Also,
you know,
they're always teaching me
They can
things.
become governor of Michigan.
I think so. I think they could be running our country.
So, what degree of independence what degree of independence
Mm-hmm.
do you think is possible?
For Kate, what degree of an independence?
Yeah, it's possible for Kate.
I think, well, she is very independent. She definitely likes doing things on her own. She definitely is her own person. I guess it depends on the different level. I mean, as far as driving, she won't be driving a car.
Good.
There's
Oh,
other
good,
things
man.
that she doesn't understand, but her strength is definitely she's a good reader. She's a very good writer. She has beautiful handwriting. If she can write things down for me, if we don't understand, or I believe if there's an emergency, she could write it down for us.
I can remember what happened at the Great Crossing. Remember that? I recall that. I remember the event. I do.
And Kate is very creative
I
too.
bet
She's a
you
very
that-
creative young lady. She's.
You know, Nick Colombo?
I have heard of. Yes.
He is the same image as his daughter.
Really?
Yeah, he is.
He says she can't drive.
Yeah.
You're
So
not
I need
wrong.
to get found boyfriend girlfriend already for him.
I'm telling you. Nathan, the other Nathan, listen to the other Nathan. We found a good one for you, Kate Matrille. She's perfect for you. Perfect.
Okay, I got 2 questions in one.
Okay.
One, what do you see possible in your daughter's future?
I could see her living with assistance, with a roommate. I'd like to
Okay.
have, if she had another girlfriend to live with someday, I think that's definitely possible. I believe she can get a part-time job or a job. She's very good. She could do alphabetical order. She'd probably love to work in a video store
Oh, I know video
with some
stores.
assistance, but I definitely see that in her future.
But yeah, that's good.
How about we keep these questions for Dan Colombo for next month?
All right. So does.
Hold on, no,
all
yet.
right. Oh, yeah. All right. You can ask me.
Things like a job or volunteer work.
Would you ever volunteer at the bakery? That's a good
Would I
show.
do this or Kate?
Kate.
Kate,
Oh, would Kate do that? I could see Kate doing volunteer work, or I think an assisted
know
job.
places.
take it from me that I am now working volunteer work at the Humane
Okay.
Society. That's been my dream job, and plus my other dream is to work at the library. So I'm being monitored by Ryan's assistant Tina Wagen.
Okay.
And my name is Mr. Work at Channel Enforcement with Karen Drew someday.
Very
forward to
good.
cover.
That's an excellent goal to have. Very good.
Now,
good
does
for
Kate
you.
have any hobbies? If so, what does she choose to do to fill her free time?
You know what? Kate loves to write.
Right?
She writes.
Is she a good writer?
She is very, and not her own story, but she'll copy books.
Really?
So, and she's very good at organizing. She'll organize all her videos, DVDs. I think you guys know she collects
favorite book
DVDs.
growing up was my favorite book growing up. I liked was The Berenstain Bears.
Okay.
Mine
She's-
too. What a coincidence.
You there? I'll ask the question.
She also does scrapbooking. She's very good at scrapbooking. She makes scrapbooks and cuts out pictures that I take with them and organizes them in very creative ways.
I'll do one question. How's that? How many listeners reach you if they would like to continue this conversation?
How would they reach me?
Yeah, how?
I suppose they could contact me at Macomb Academy, my school. I can always give you my email address to put on. I don't know if you have a website after.
You can put it on. You can put it on. Maybe.
Yeah, because I would be certainly glad to help or support anybody that would have
Time is
questions.
rolling, Ryan.
Oh, David, ask the last question.
I got one to get you and me again.
All right, David, I don't care.
Do you have a dream about chances to help Kate, your daughter, travel or be active in sports?
Like
And
boxing,
why?
wrestling, golf.
David, because I'm a runner and because I haven't always been a runner, but since I started running, I would love to see Kate get more active in sports and get more active with walking. I would love to see
Soccer.
her.
That's a sport. Soccer.
She would probably be great at soccer too. I would love to get somebody to,
Teacher.
get either a personal trainer to work with her.
Oh, I know. I know.
He had a presenter at
Paul Michaels.
OU.
Really?
Paul Michaels. But
Yeah,
he's
Paul
good.
Michaels.
I might
is
have
his
to get
name.
that name from you after
I
the
will.
show. Yeah, I would love
And you know
for
what
something
it's
like
time
that.
for? To ask our favorite these questions. About that time, isn't that weird? Almost.
Question?
All right, dude. I can't think of any.
Okay, I'll be up the last one then.
All right, David, that's cool.
What advice, if any, do you have for parents of any disabled child?
Now, can you be a parent like?
Like Ellie, YME.
You know what I
Thanks,
think?
Aaron.
That goes back to just accepting and loving and playing and
You're right.
enjoying. And I think that's my advice. Have any child take the time. Don't worry about the house being vacuumed. Don't worry about any of that. Just more time for laughter and play, and just enjoy that beautiful child they have.
Well, David, it's time for our favorite things questions
Yeah,
now.
we got 2 minutes and going. Let's ask those.
All right, Karen. Now, to be honest,
Okay.
what is a restaurant? And it better be pizza. What is a restaurant?
Please tell me pasta.
What's my favorite restaurant?
in the whole world. I don't care what it is. In the whole world.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Kate and I both love sushi.
What?
So
What? Japan.
I am
We're
sorry.
like
We both love
Japanese Yahoos
sushi.
or something? Hello?
So I think it's going to have to be Taki Sushi
I-
in Rochester.
sushi? I hate sushi.
Wait, I mean, give us tofu seeds.
Yeah, tofu sauce.
We do like our sushi. So
Okay, what is your favorite car? 2009. Favorite car?
my favorite car?
Yeah.
Oh, 09.
Well,
09. I don't know if I've seen even the new 09 cars, but I would love to have like a little Beamer someday, a little convertible.
All right. And vacation trip.
What is your favorite pop?
My favorite pop. I don't drink pop.
You don't?
Oh, come
No.
on, pop it to me.
Come
I
on,
don't
Karen.
drink pop.
Come on,
I drink water. I can
do-
tell you what Kate's favorite pop is, though.
ahead.
And I see her sneaking it once in a while. She
Uh-oh.
does love her Mountain Dew.
I know, I knew
I
it.
have to.
Don't worry, I'm the same man.
How are you?
Tell me something.
My children diet.
I tell you something. And what is your favorite vacation trip to go on?
Oh, my favorite vacation trip.
Did you go to Frisco, Italy?
I did. My favorite vacation that I went on, I think it has to be Costa Rica. When I did volunteer work there, I spent 2
I went
weeks
for Walt
in Costa
Disney.
Rica.
I prefer you to go to Hollywood.
Kate didn't go with me there, but it was.
Well,
really
it's almost
blessed.
time, it's time to close our show.
And why have I help me stand up and do it?
No, I do sing down. It makes me and what happens.
Okay.
It takes a very special person to all the things you have done. Thank you again, Karen, for coming down, for being our guest today. Mr. Ryan Nicholas Ray, thank you for joining us today. And people, and remember, you know, special need is something important to.
I agree, Ryan. Totally.
And it's not something to laugh at. It's something to be very serious about. So I encourage you, parents of any child, whoever disabled, whether autistic, whether
Like
they're-
Ryan's parents, my out there, and
Aaron's
my
parents.
our floor director, Aaron Connie Casso.
any parent out there in the world who has disabled children.
Ryan, please stand up.
And
We
remember,
want to stand up.
Remember one thing.
this
Thank you for watching Community Corner. Remember, me, Ryan, and our floor director are disabled, and our lovely mother of a disabled child, we thank you for coming down.
Oh,
I'm
thank
very
you.
good
It's been
channel.
my
All right,
pleasure.
that's great.
My
Yours.
pleasure.
Have a very happy
We
New Year,
love you,
everybody.
My pleasure.
Happy
and
New
we wish
Year,
you a
everyone.
good luck in